question 9, a great question. We do this in A level as well. So if you understand this question and you enjoy this question, maybe A level is a possibility for you. Find the equation of the tangent at the point P. Right, so here's my point P and here's my tangent. And I want to find the equation of this line. Now I know straight away that the equation of any straight line is y equals mx plus c. Now I need to find the gradient of this line. Now I have no idea where it crosses the y and x axis. I only got one point on this line, on this tangent, so I cannot find the gradient of this line straight away. What I need to do is look at the line going from the origin to the point P. Now, I know that if I've got a radius, that's the radius of the circle, and a tangent, I know that they meet at 90 degrees. Using my circle theorem, a tangent meets a radius at 90 degrees. So I've got my radius and my tangent, and they meet at 90 degrees. So if I can find the gradient of this orange line, then the gradient of the tangent is the negative reciprocal because they are at 90 degrees. Right, so this equation of the orange line then, the gradient of the orange line. Well, I know that gradient, I'll just do this up here, gradient of any straight line is the change in y over the change in x. So I've got my triangle here. This is my, if I look at this triangle, I'm looking at this triangle here. So I know that this distance here starts at 0 for x and ends up at 5 for x. So this distance is 5, and I'm going up 2. I'm going along 5 and up 2. So I'm looking at the gradient is the change in y over the change in x. So the gradient, or m of my radius is 2 over 5. So the gradient of my tangent is the negative reciprocal. Let me repeat that again. The gradient of my radius, I'm calling that mr, is 2 over 5. And the gradient of my tangent is the negative reciprocal. So I flip it over. You can see this is a positive gradient and this is sloping downwards, so it's a negative gradient. Now the way I've written this is how I would write it out in A-level method. So let's look at the equation now of my tangent. So I know that my gradient is minus 5 over 2. And what I want to do now is find C, the y-intercept. Well, I know that my tangent goes through the point 5, 2. So it goes through the point 5, 2. That means when x is 5, y is 2. So I'm going to sub that into my equation. So when y is 2, x is 5. And if I do that, I can find C. So 2 is negative 25 over 2 plus C. So 2 plus 25 over t equals C. So C will equal 29 over 2. Just use your calculator. So let's plug C back into the equation. So going back to here, y equals my gradient, y equals mx plus c. And that is the answer for this very difficult grade 9 question.